World with BoardGameGeek at Gen Con 2016, and I'm here again with Stephen Bonacore and Jeff Engelstein of Stronghold Games.
Hi.
And they're going to tell us all about the pursuit of happiness.
The pursuit of happiness.
Tell us how to be happy, Stephen.
So, what are we all trying to do in life? Our goal is to be happy. I hope that's everyone's goal, to be happy. In the pursuit of happiness, the object of the game is to live the happiest life possible, die with the most accumulated happiness.
Yes.
Exactly. And you will, in fact, be taking your life from the teenage years through the adult years to old age, and then there's a variable time during the game. It'll be very late in the game, obviously, and it'll be all during the 1 or 2 turns that you will die, and that will be the time that how happy you've been will be your final score. Jeff will give us the mechanics and the things that will make us happy, and sometimes stress us out. Quite a bit of that too.
Very much so.
Yes. I'll talk about that. Go.
So it's the beginning of the game, as you're going to be a child, so you're going to get one of these childhood characteristics: charismatic, creative, diligent. So that's going to give you a little bit of a starting bonus for something that you have and what your resources are. But most of the game, as Steven said, is played through the years of your life, and this is sort of a worker placement, almost like a time management game. I mean, the key resource in this game is time. You know, we all only have so much time to do things in a year or in a decade or in a lifetime.
Or in a lifetime.
And these are represented by these little hourglass markers. So you get a certain number of them, and then you go around and you basically are going to do worker placement. So there's various things you can do. You can study, play, or interact, which gives you some of the resources in the game, which is knowledge and I think just like creativity, yes, and influence. But then there's other things that you can do to use those resources. So one of the things you can do is take a project, and these are some of the projects that you can engage in. And you can engage in any number of I think it's a certain number of projects, but if you have a bunch of projects, you start getting more stress in your life, and you got to go up on the stress track. But for example, if you decide you want to volunteer, then you start at level 1, and you would take this in front of you, and you start at level 1. Initially, it's going to give you a little short-term happiness, but this is what you need to do. You need to spend an influence to do it. You need to spend 2 influence and so on. And then ultimately, for disaster relief, it's going to cost you time and knowledge and a lot of influence, but it's going to give you the stars are your long-term happiness, which is the ultimate victory points.
Just to show you the thematic nature of the game, as you're going up in these levels, the volunteer work, the first thing you do is you help the old lady next door. The second thing is you have a local charity. The third thing is a national charity. The last one, disaster relief. So all of these projects and the relationships and these are the jobs, they all have levels and they're all very thematic to what you're doing in the game.
Right. So different things like, and they'll do different things, like if you write articles, you get money also as you go up in different levels. Then there's multiple shared activities that you do with the other players. Like this is forming a role-playing group, one is like forming a rock band or something, and players can jump onto this, and the more players that do it, and they have to pay to be certain things. If you want to be the rogue, you have to use 6 creativity, but ultimately you would get 2 stars for it, and different people can do that. And then the more people that come on to that activity to do it, the better it is for everybody.
I'm so playing the rogue in that role-playing group. That's absolutely it. That's me.
And then you can spend your money. There's items that you can buy. So you can get a swimming pool, and you kind of can start with the basics, and you can ultimately upgrade it to different levels. Then you can get a job, which can be a little bit of a scary thing, but jobs are interesting because there's stuff that they do, and these do also. They do things every single turn. Like the swimming pool, every single turn, if you have an Olympic-sized pool, you have to pay 3 money at the beginning of every turn, and a star, and it turns into a star. And when you get it, then that's what you're going to get, the influence, because all your friends want to come over and swim, and you get more happiness.
That's how pool parties
So when you get a job, jobs typically take time. Like a level 1 job, if you want to be a journalist, which is just a basic social job, you have to pay 1 hourglass. You lose 1 hourglass every single round. Goes on to that.
Time goes into your job.
But you're going to get 6 money every turn that you can use then to make your swimming pool bigger or whatever. And then finally and then you can upgrade your jobs. You can get to level 2 and level 3. And it's interesting because as you go up, they have to do more and more. I mean, I was actually playing this game once, and I was in a situation where I was ready to get a promotion to, the level 3 job. This is an arts job, but it's going to take a lot of time. If you want to upgrade to that one, it takes 3 time every single turn. You're going to lose 3 of your hourglasses to put into your job. And you got to say, is that really where I want to spend my time? Which, at that point, I decided I wanted to spend more time on my significant other. who also takes time.
Talk about relationships. You can get
Yes.
a relationship in the game
that's the other
or
thing you
more.
can do. Yes, you can
than
start
one.
a relationship, and different people will give you different things. Like Corey tends to give you creativity points, whereas Bob gives you short-term happiness, and Dana gives you money. And they want different things. Some people want money, some people want knowledge and different things.
Now
every card is double-sided.
These cards are double-sided with male and female.
So you can decide who you want to have a relationship
And
with.
the male and the female have the same stats, so that keeps it. So I don't want Bob, but I'm going to have a relationship with Bobby,
Right.
for instance.
But if I have a relationship with Corey, and I get it all the way up to level 3, okay, then now every turn I'm going to have to spend 2 hourglasses on Corey to maintain that relationship. And you can actually have relationships with more than one person.
But that causes
Stress. Yes.
Yes, I know. No, I don't really know about that.
So you can always do extra stuff. You can work overtime, which gives you extra hourglasses, but it causes stress. And as you take more stress, it ultimately will, as you get into older age, there's certain things you have to pass these stress checks, 3, 6, and 9. The more stressed out you are, the harder it is for you to get older. And so you have a heart attack or whatever.
So how do the hourglasses work? Do you have a limited supply for the whole game, or they refresh
Every
each
turn they
turn?
refresh. Yes, you get a certain supply each time, but some of the activities or spouses or jobs will suck away some of your time every single turn. So you have to decide what you want to do and how you want to manage it. You can also get your stress into the positive territory. Like the hearts, like working out, if you get up to the maximum level of working out, that will help your health.
Yeah.
Last time I played, I was big into yoga, which is completely not real life. So, but I was like all the way up here. I was like the picture of health, and I was able to survive a little bit longer to get some extra happiness in.
There's some really funny, interesting cards in there too, like the healthy eating card. It says like the first level is like eat salad, and you kind of get sad when you eat salad all the time. And then it's eat more salad, and you continue to be sad. Eat more salad, and you're sad. And then the last one is like healthy eating, and then like you gain, not only you're happy, you actually gain longevity. So the game will end for a given player at different points. It could end in the first section of old age, the next section, or the really, really old age. And it's really hard to get there because you had to have done a lot of things like get ripped when you're working out, eat healthy, but then you didn't do other things that make you happy. So it's a balancing act of how much I want to push my age or how happy I want to just make myself in general.
And one of the things I really love about this game is you always end up with a story. You know, you're telling the story of your life, and it's one person going through all of that, and they had hobbies and they had items, and things didn't go so well for them at certain points, or had to make those choices to go for the promotion, or or get married or whatever, and have a family. So it's really interesting. It's fun. It's a novel kind of a theme. We all remember the Game of Life when we were kids. And this is sort of that same theme, but it's handling it in a much more modern, better way than that one does.
Some people, a lot of the Sims actually, but in board game form.
Sure,
absolutely.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you very much for showing us that.
Thank you, Phoebe.
you.
Appreciate it. Awesome.